Hey guys, Scare9 here, and welcome back to my channel today. When the Black Ops beta was out, like last week, I played a lot of it. I was going to have this video up sooner, but I've been weighed down with a lot of coursework and stuff in my college experience, so I haven't been able to really work on these videos much, but now that I have a little bit of free time, I'm going to try to get this one out. I fully enjoyed this beta, and I thought that I'd put my overall opinions and thoughts of the game into one video. So there's kind of like 4 or 5 different points I'd like to hit. So let's start with the weapon balancing. Overall, the balancing seems to be pretty good. Treyarch, has had a lot of experience with unbalanced weapons. In every one of their games, there's always one that sticks out, and especially when the game first comes out. But overall, the weapons seem to all have their specific niche. At some point shotguns are good, but of course they fall off range. Sniper rifles are the same thing. Like I said, unlike other Call of Duties, the weapon fit into their classes fairly well. Of course, there's always a couple of exceptions, but not as great and as prominent as it has been in previous Call of Duties. There's only really 2 things I can really pick out, and that's the Razorback SMG is a lot better at long range than like any other assault rifle, even the Man of War. It doesn't kick at all. You can see that in some instances in the gameplay, and it's just kind of ridiculous, but that's just, you just shoot up the recoil on it, and you have that fix. That's an easy fix, and I feel like that is going to be the first heavy nerf to come to Black Ops 3 will be on the Razorback SMG. And the only other complaint I have is the Locust ACOG scope is a little bit too good. Treyarch always has, quick scoping. They've always tried to get rid of it, and so people balance it out with putting ACOG scopes and easily still getting kills at close range with sniper rifles. Maybe they can implement a feature so that it does less damage or is less accurate with the ACOG scope on. It wasn't too prominent, but I felt like a majority of the times I got killed, it was by the Locust with a ACOG scope on. Other than these 2 things, however, the weapon balancing was fairly good in this game. And now we're going to move on to the different character abilities. Now, I'll be the first to admit I was very skeptical when I heard this feature was coming to the game. It had never been in Call of Duty, really. Ghost kind of did it, but they didn't have different abilities and stuff. And I was a little bit worried how that was going to work out. However, after playing with the new system mechanics and stuff, I can say it adds a very interesting aspect to the game. None of these are really super overpowered, which is nice. Of course, there were a few that stood out. The Scythe and the Annihilator pistol both stood out. They weren't necessarily overpowered, but you could definitely get the most kills with these, especially the Scythe. I saw people just mow down with that, but like I said, it wasn't necessarily overpowered because it is an ability, and they all have their place, but it was really good. And on the other hand, there was a few that seemed to be underpowered. For instance, the kinetic armor ability, it didn't last nearly long enough to be as effective. I would activate it and it would last for maybe 5 seconds, and it wasn't even that noticeable. It's supposed to deflect bullets, make it last for a little bit longer, make it actually counter other abilities such as the Annihilator and the Scythe, and then it'll be a good ability to run on your character. Other than these small problems, the different character abilities and weapons were very well balanced. You can tell that they put a lot of thought into them. I only got to about level 30, so I didn't get to play with all of them. But the ones I did play were very interesting, added a lot of different things to the game without being too overpowered. And the third thing I wanted to discuss are the movement mechanics that were featured in the game. The thrust boosters are so much better than the exosuits that, it's ridiculous. I don't know why I played Advanced Warfare as much as I did. It really wasn't that good. The movement was way too fast, and it was ridiculous. And instead of being able to jump over buildings like you could with the exosuits, you can only jump about a story with the thrust boosters, and it's got a bar, so you can't even. It makes this system even more balanced. And this makes for a much more predictable gameplay, and you don't get shot in the back nearly as much. I hate getting shot in the back, and overall it makes the game a lot more enjoyable. In addition, the momentum-based system is really awesome to utilize. It was a lot of fun sliding and then wall jumping and then thrust boosting. It was a really fun to string together movements. And overall, I fully enjoyed this new style of movement. I can't wait to play with it further. I feel like that's going to be one of the most fun things I'm going to do is a lot of parkour and multiplayer. The final thing that I'd like to discuss is the map design. And the 4 maps we got to see were relatively small, especially for the thrust boost momentum kind of movement. I feel that there are going to be more likely bigger maps than the ones we got to play on. I feel like they were just testing the water. They wanted people to really try out the new momentum-based movement, so they threw us on smaller maps to see how it would work. That last one was a standoff. I think it was called the snow one, or outpost. I forget what it was called. The snow one that we got on the last day was a little bit larger, and you could really tell the momentum-based movement didn't really come into it as much, but it did allow for more sniping. And so there are probably more sniper spots in the whole game than what we got to see in the beta, which, because there was like maybe 2 good sniper spots in the whole beta, and I feel like there are going to be bigger maps in the real game. The maps had many flank routes and seemed to be balanced pretty well, so no spawn really had an advantage over the other. In addition, they made good use of the new swimming mechanics, and which I love. You can see in the gameplay I swim quite a bit because I love the idea of flanking through water. It's super awesome. And overall, these maps were very well balanced and proved to provide good environments for great gameplay. I think that this game was overall absolutely outstanding, and especially for Call of Duty, it stood out as very unique from the rest of the series, and I am very pleased with how the beta played, and I can't wait to see how the final version of the game plays. Like I said, the weapons, the maps, and the characters were all balanced. Artwork was beautiful, map design was great, and I'm really pleased with Treyarch. They've always, in my opinion, made the best Call of Duties, and they're definitely continuing that, in my opinion, with this one. And I hope you guys agree with me, and I can't wait to play with some of you in the full version of the game. And I would like to thank everyone for watching this video today. If you guys enjoyed the video and would like to see more, leave a like in the video. I'm going to be covering a lot of Black Ops 3, especially the Zombies mode. I'm a huge Zombies fan, so subscribe for more Black Ops 3 content. And tell me your thoughts on the beta in the comments below. I'd really like to see what you guys thought about the balancing and other things. And I will see you guys in my next video.